They taught us to whisper so the thieves could sleep. Not tonight.
They can't tax the fire in my chest. They can't buy my breath. I invest in the rest. If the truth too loud, then I'm guilty, no stress. I was born in the pressure. I was built for the test. Built for the test. Yeah. I studied the system like a map made of scars. Followed every dollar till it led to the bars. They call it the market, I call it the maze, where the poor taste the crumbs while the powerful graze. They jack up the rent till you're barely alive, then wave a new flag like it helps you survive. They sell you hard work like it's holy and pure, while they cut out the ladder and lock every door. News got the script and the anchors wear suits. One hand on the mic, other hand in the loop. They feed you the panic, then sell you the cure. Got the masses addicted and calling it pure. Schools teach obedience, never teach you the game. So you memorize chains and you call it your name. I don't blame the people, I blame the machine that swallows your soul and still calls it routine. They can't tax the fire in my chest. They can't buy my breath. I invest in the rest. If the truth too loud, then I'm guilty, no stress. I was born in the pressure. I was built for the test. Built for the split. Every block with a headline divide. Left against right while the real ones hide. They turn real struggle to content for views, then sell you the drama and call it the news. Every screen is a leash, every click is a chain. Every I agree takes another piece of your brain. They call it protection while tightening the grip. The more that you speak, then the tighter they grip. They want your anger loud, but I'm focused and wild. I turn all that anger to something worthwhile. I want food on the table and time to exist. I want streets that don't kill in the system that sees. They keep us exhausted, so we stay in our lane. But I'm locked on the vision and I'm bringing the flame. They don't hate you cause you're broke. They love you broke. It's profitable, but the profit dies where the people decide to rise. I'm the question they dodge, I'm the crack in the code. I'm the noise in the silence they can't overload. I'm the number that don't fit in their polished reports. I make comfort feel nervous when I step on the court. Look up at the towers, look up at the suits where they gamble your future like it's just business as usual. They call you ungrateful for asking your share, like your dignity something that they get to declare. They preach about unity while silencing demands. Shake your hand in the daylight, then go wash off their hands. But I'm not here for clout and I'm not here for praise. I'm here for the ones they decided to erase. For the mothers still praying with an empty fridge light. For the fathers that vanish when the rent due tonight. I'm a sermon with teeth, I'm a hymn with a spine. I'm the spark that survives when they cut every line. So when they say be realistic, I laugh in their face, cause I've seen the impossible happen with grace. Organize, educate, move like a wave. They can't lock up an idea when they can't bury the brave. I don't need a weapon, I need vision and will. The courage to build what they swore we can't build. They can't tax the fire in my chest. They can't buy my breath. I invest in the rest. If the truth too loud, then I'm guilty, no stress. I was born in the pressure. I was built for the test. Built for the test. Be gentle with people. Be merciless with the machine.